Chapter 5. That very night, after they escaped Miyagi Prefecture, the four of them sat around a bonfire with different expressions. Qingju had an expressionless face as he continued to feed the fire with firewood. Tian Shao stared at the flame that leapt up, continuing to produce gasps of admiration. Yu Yao tolerated him, with veins popping out of her forehead, while Su Wen wore a face of displeasure as she glared at Tian Shao. So, what are you going to do with him? Qingju cut in. Throw him out. He looked up and seemed to order Yu Yao with his eyes. Bringing him out was already making an exception. We cannot allow him to come back with us. Yes, I know. Yu Yao hung her head. But tomorrow I won't go back with you guys. I want to first go to the south. After the previous dynasty had been extinguished, the former crown prince kept the emperors of that time in check. Some of the remaining members of the former royal family established a tiny court in the south, where they survived illegally in the Fu nation. After the two of them heard Yu Yao's words, they were all slightly shocked. Qingju looked at her disapprovingly. Su Wen said, "You want to send him to the southern little court? What if he knocks you out with some poison? Do you want to be this good to him?" Yu Yao shook his head. "I'm not going there specifically just to take him. In that area, I did not complete one of my missions. I have to first pursue a person there and kill him before I can return to the sect leader and report my mission." The windy snowy sect always sent off its members with a mission. An incomplete mission meant that they were not allowed to return. This time, Yu Yao had left with a mission to kill someone. But her one attempt at assassinating that person had not been successful. That person had escaped to the south, and Yu Yao had just happened to meet Qingju and Su Wen. Seeing that they needed help, she entered the palace to act as bait. Who knew that after she came out she would bring such a burden along with her? Hearing Yu Yao's words, the two of them did not ask further. Su Wen turned and saw that Tian Shao was still staring at the flames of the bonfire and softly asked, "Are you going to go with him to the south?" "Of course not." Yu Yao impatiently patted Tian Shao's hand and sternly said, "Later when we get to a fork in the road, you'll walk on the left side and I'll walk on the right side. To find the people in the south who want to revive the dynasty, and I'll do my mission. Don't bother me." On the morning of the second day, after she had parted with Qingju and Su Wen, Yu Yao and Tian Shao stepped foot on the southern path. They had only been walking for half the day, but Yu Yao kept getting mad at Tian Shao because he kept testing her patience. Every time he saw something, he would exclaim in admiration. "The flowers are so pretty, the trees are so pretty, and the meandering path is so pretty." The blue sky and white clouds together seemed like a unique landscape to him. Even a little brook was able to make him look at it for a long time. The worst thing was, he had to keep holding Yu Yao's hand. No matter what she said, he wouldn't let go, but Yu Yao didn't have any time to waste. When they stood at the fork of the road, Yu Yao didn't spare a glance at Tian Shao and began to leave. But after she walked just 2 steps, she heard footsteps behind her. Tian Shao hadn't exercised in a long time, so when he walked, he was a bit sluggish. However, he had not complained in the least. He hurriedly chased after Yu Yao. He had just been scolded, so his heart was full of grievances. He didn't dare speak, but he didn't dare go up to bother her either. He could only stay behind her pitifully, as his pitch-black eyes stayed on her. She halted her steps, and Yu Yao took a deep breath. Right when she wanted to explain her reasoning to Tian Shao and make him stop following her, Tian Shao immediately said, "I was wrong. Don't get mad." As an assassin, no one ever considered her mood. She didn't understand what was being considered either, but at this moment, she could almost understand Tian Shao's fear. He had been separated from the world for 10 years, and now that he was face to face with it again, he couldn't help but feel everything so vividly. However, he was more afraid that she was unhappy. He was more afraid that she would abandon him. Tian Shao's fingers began to fidget. "Don't abandon me, and don't ignore me." Yu Yao's heart, which had always been cold, was starting to soften, making her unable to say anything to make him leave. Whatever, Yu Yao thought, in any case, they were both headed to the south. She would just travel with him for a while longer. End of chapter 5.